All right, John from Hometown Pickleball here with Gabe. So new line of paddles come out. Always
Yeah.
fun to get it. Engage. What do they got? 3 new paddles? Tell me about them.
Yeah, 3 new paddles. So they got the Pursuit Alpha here, the Profoam, and the Alpha Pro here.
And so I set them in this order. It goes for me by power, least power to most power. And so I'd put the Alpha, and they make this in a 14 and 16, is the most control, most, for that resets. This right here is what I would put kind of in between the two. This is the Profoam. And then for me, the most powerful, I don't know what you thought, but I felt the most powerful was the Alpha Pro.
Yeah, I definitely felt that the Alpha Pro was the most powerful. I felt that with drives, I was able to get a lot of power on them as well. With the spin, it could really get below the net and cause the opponent problems. Definitely my favorite was the Alpha Pro. Did you have a favorite?
I'm more of a control person. I think just right out of the box, man, I go back and forth between these two. So I'm just going to talk real quick about technology of these, and I'm going to let you talk about the technology of that one. So this right here is just the standard, what I would call Gen 2 thermoform paddle. It is a very aggressive grip. I mean, it is, I'm not quite sure how they passed, but it is approved. Very aggressive grip. It is very stable. Now this right here is foam. This is foam all the way through. There's no honeycomb in it. I like that more consistent feel, that little more dwell time on this paddle right here. It is a little more money, so I think this one is $199. This one I think is $229. I feel like this one is a little quicker for my speed ups. My drives hold on a little bit longer. I'm able to manipulate that ball a little more, and so I think probably I would pick this one. Now, go ahead, tell me about yours.
Yeah, I liked a lot of things about this Profoam. Been a huge fan of the foam cores that since they've been coming out. I liked the way it comes off the face, but the power versus this Alpha Pro is just, this one's just much more power. I felt I was able to get a lot more on my drives and do more with the ball.
Yeah, when you hit that ball when it comes over the net was dropping on me. I felt like, and the ball was coming faster than these other ones.
Yeah. So this one's built similar to the Yola Pro 4 with the honeycomb through the middle and then the foam inserts around the edges. It helps to develop a lot of that driving power while also being able to reset the ball in transition zone and keep the control in the game.
Yeah. And that's something I'm curious. In some ways, I've been seeing it a little bit more and more. The Pro IV's been out for a few months, and they kind of did that foam up here and foam down here. They've had some issues with core crush. Now, Engage, I've never had any issues with their warranty. They've worked very good with us. I really enjoy that part of their company. I'm curious how this is going to hold up, but as I talked with Engaged, they were confident in it. So I'm curious how that's going to hold up. I like the way it plays. I feel like the Pro IV, the sweet spot is real strong up here, and then it kind of mellows out a little bit down here, where I felt this sweet spot was more even than the Yola. And I guess to me, that's one thing I liked about it better than the Yola Pro 4.
Would you say it was more or less powerful?
So I would say, and that's a great question, I would say when I hit the ball up here at the top, we maybe lost 5-10%. But I feel like when I hit the ball here, I gained 5-10%. So with that Yola, from here to here, and we're talking about 2 inches down to about 6 inches down, there was quite a difference in power. Where this one is more even. I feel like we're kind of plateauing a little bit longer. With my Yola, I can get those kind of surprise shots. Now I love it when I hit that drive right there and she's dipping and she's right, about 2 inches down with that Yola. I mean, it rockets. Where this one might have a little less there, but overall I'd say very close. A little more predictable sweet spot.
Yeah, so we're super excited about these. Go check them out on our website, hometownpickleball.com, as well as our membership, the HTP Membership Club, I believe is what the product is called. It's a 99-cent one-time fee. It's not going to be a recurring charge, and it's going to give you all of our best discount codes for the brands that we carry.
Yeah, definitely. Check it out.